What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel if you're new. Welcome back if you're returning. Before we get into today's Harpie Lady deck profile for GOAT format, let me let you guys know this, and that's that we have GOAT, Edison, Tengu, Hat format. We do all those retro formats plus the more niche ones, like we're going to do Teledad, Gladiator Beast Era, Card Trooper Monarch, some of the more niche ones like Toss. We'll do it all. So subscribe and stick around for more. All right, here we go. Harpie Ladies for GOAT format. This one should be a good one. This is a very popular one. First up, for the monsters, for the Harpie Lady monsters, we have 2 sisters. 3 Lady 1, we're opting to play her, and 3 Birdface. These are going to be the archetype specific monsters. There isn't much in GOAT format. We have Harpie Lady 2 and 3 available, but since they all count as Harpie Lady, even in the deck, you can't play different ones as 3 of each. I mean, you can't play 3 Lady 1, 3 Lady 2, and 3 Lady 3. You have to pick and choose. So I'm opting for Harpie Lady 1 because of her effect that says increase the attack of all wind monsters by 300 points. So as soon as she hits the field, she becomes 1600 attack. She's going to boost Birdface to 1900. Harpie Lady's sister to 2250. Harpie Lady's sister is one of our elegant egotist targets. She's a beater when she hits the field with the Harpie Lady 1 effect. She's not the best, but she is archetype specific, so we're going to play 2 just to have egotist. Super free summon for her. Birdface says that when this card is sent to the graveyard as a result of battle, you can add Harpie Lady from deck to hand. So he's going to be able to get you Harpie Lady 1 to help remain neutral if you get beat over, so you don't lose card advantage. So that's really good for us. Next up for the monsters, we have a lot of generic wind stuff. So I couldn't think of the word. We got Flying Karakuri number 1. This is the recruiter for the deck. If it's destroyed by battle, you get to special summon a wind monster with 1500 or less attack in face-up attack position from your deck. Then we have 3 Sylphid. This is like the Gigantes one. It says this card can only special summon by removing or play 1 wind monster from your graveyard. When this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard as a result of battle, your opponent discards 1 card from their hand at random, which is honestly really good. Hand control for Sylphid, that's a W. Next up, we're playing some 1-ofs. We're playing 1 Lady Ninja Yay and 1 Twin-Headed Behemoth. Lady Ninja Yay says that by discarding 1 wind monster from your hand to the graveyard, return all spells and traps on your opponent's side of the field to their hand. So it's a one-sided giant Shrunade by ditching a wind. Ditching a wind could set up Sylphid to banish, to summon. So a lot of synergy going on here. And then Twin-Headed Behemoth says that if this monster is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, this monster is special summoned with an attack and defense of 1000 during the end phase of the turn. This effect can only be used once per duel. I think this card's limited to 1 if I'm not mistaken too, so it doesn't matter. We're just using 1 copy. And then for the last monsters, we have some super generic stuff. We're playing 1 Breaker the Magical Warrior and 1 Songen. Yep, super generic. Pop a spell, add a monster. And that's it for the monsters. Before we get on to the spells and traps, if you guys have any suggestions, if you would change any ratios, play any different monsters I'm not thinking of, let me know down below and I can take that into consideration. Maybe we'll make the profile the next time we do this video a little different. Okay. Drink some water real quick. Okay, for the Harpie Lady specific stuff. First up, we're going to have 3 Harpie's Hunting Grounds. Next up, we're going to have 3 Elegant Egotist. So let's go over these real quick. You got to max out on these. Not only are we trying to hold true to archetype and, make it a fun deck that doesn't compromise the integrity of trying to be a true archetype, but these are also necessary for the strategy. Harpie's Hunting Ground is the field spell. It says when Harpie Lady or Harpie Lady Sisters is normal summoned or special summoned to the field, destroy 1 spell or trap card on the field. Increase the attack and defense of all face-up winged beast type monsters on the field by 200 points. It's important to mention that the destroy 1 spell or trap on the field effect is not optional. It is mandatory. So if this is the only thing you pop on the field, or maybe if your opponent has nothing, you have some back row, you have to choose one of your own cards. So typically she'll out herself because you play 3 copies. You don't play Terraforming. You'll probably draw another one. But we do have a lot of backer removal because of this, so that's good. And then Elegant Egotist is, we got 2 of them are magic card. One of them's a spell. That's weird. It says when there are 1 or more Harpie Lady cards in the field, you could special summon 1 Harpie Lady or Harpie Lady Sisters from your hand or deck. So Harpie Lady Sisters or Harpie Lady 1 are Harpie Lady cards. So as long as one of these is on the field, you can activate Egotist legally. Okay. Next up, we have some generic stuff. We have your phone, your car keys, and your wallet. You can't leave home without them. I always say that. These cards are just super freaking good. That's called Trinity for a reason. Those are the 3 greatest cards of the format. Draw 2 cards. Draw 3 cards, discard 2, and then discard 2 from your opponent's hand. You got to play them, mandatory. Next up, we have Snatch Steal, Premature Burial, Heavy Storm, Mystical Space Typhoon, and 2 Noblemen of Crossout. These are going to be our power spells. These 4 are limited to 1. Nobleman is semi-limited, so you can't play more than that. Honestly, if you wanted to play 1 Terraforming, you could play that over MST, and then you could play like something else other than Heavy Storm, because we do have a lot of back removal. But I'm just opting for all-out back removal with 5 cards that out back row. We want our plays to go through, so it's really good to have 5 cards that out back row. Next up, we have the traps. We have some generic stuff. We have 1 Mirror Force, 1 Torrential Tribute, 1 Ring of Destruction, 1 Call of the Haunted. Nothing really to say about these. These cards are great in the format. Call of the Haunted could bring back a lot of stuff. We have a lot of beaters, a lot of cards that are good to bring back. Songen, remember the trick with Songen. If they MST this, while it's face down, you could chain it, bring back a Songen. It'll pop Call of the Haunted, which pop Songen, then you get a search off of it. So always check your graveyard to make sure if you have a Songen or not before you just say, all right, popping my Call of the Haunted is fine. And lastly, we have 3 Sakuretsu armor. I said we have a lot of beaters, but I think that was a damn lie. Our monsters are not that big unless we have like Harpie Lady 1 on the field, gives them a little boost. Harpie Hunting Ground on the field gives a little boost. But generally speaking, they are very small. So having Sakuretsu armor as some generic defense is good in this deck because we have so much backer removal that we don't have to prioritize stuff like Solemn Judgment to make sure our plays go through. We have to prioritize keeping our board presence to make sure our plays go through. So Sakuretsu armor helping defend us is really good. And yeah, that's it for the profile, guys. Again, if you have any changes or suggestions, let me know down below. We do Go, Edison, Tengu, Hat format, all those niche retro formats as well. And we'll see you in the next one.